Okay, seeing none. Food service contract.
Yeah, the end of this year is the final year of our food service contract with Quest. We went out in January and requested some proposals from various companies to quote our food service program for the next 4 years. We had a mandatory pre-bid meeting. Airmark, Sodexo, which are two of the largest food service companies for school districts, as well as Quest and Organic Life, were at the pre-bid meeting. We received bids from Quest and Organic Life. Airmark and Sodexo sent in letters saying that they were not going to bid.
Did they say why?
I think that one of the things is the program that we have where we receive a percentage as opposed to the district paying all of the expenses for the program and then collecting all the revenue. I think that's a program that they're not comfortable with. I think is the primary reason. I contacted all the references for both Quest and Organic. Quest references were much better than Organic's were. We had asked for 5 references from school districts that were of similar size to our district and not part of the National School Lunch Program. Organic provided us with about 13 references, but the majority of them were either satellite programs or they were elementary districts that were part of the National School Lunch Program. In a couple of cases, they were private schools that had under 500 students. The only school district that they reference that they provided in a similar size high school district similar to ours would be Niles Township.
Why do we care if they were under the national program? As a
We
reference?
don't provide the national food.
I know we
The
don't.
National School Lunch Program really mandates a lot of what you can serve to students. It doesn't give you the kind of freedom
Okay.
to serve the foods that we do.
Okay.
Anyway, after comparing that, and then with Quest, we have the 3 satellite programs. I've talked to a couple of the superintendents of those school districts, and they basically said that if Quest can provide the satellite programs from another district, if we were to make a change, they would stay with Quest. So it kind of did the comparison to say, if we have Quest, we maintain the satellite programs and the revenue from that. If we made a change and went to Organic, we would not maintain the satellite programs. There is a difference. Organic Life comes in with a little bit higher revenue, primarily because the percentage that they're talking about returning to us is more, of my feeling, based on the references. Organic also has a management fee that they charge. We don't receive any additional fees from Quest. And just all things considered, I think my recommendation would be that we remain with Quest for the next.
You got to vet this out for us. You said it's a little bit more, but the number you have, it's $14,000 a year for 4 years. It's $64,000, right?
The 100, yeah.
It's almost 15% higher.
The $101,000 that from Quest is an 8% return and includes the satellite programs. The $115,000 from Organic is a 15% return.
With no additional.
With no satellite programs.
So, but again, I can't get my head around, we're going to get $14,000 a year more, if one option would Organic Life take, for a second, take aside references and all that, and they're not even doing the satellite.
Correct.
So we're going to just do our students, which is a lot less wear and tear on our equipment, et cetera, and we're going to get, over a 4-year period, $64,000. I don't even understand how the math works. I mean, because Quest is partially based on a return on the satellite too.
Correct.
So how can, the 2 parts of it, how can Organic Life generate more revenue without even doing like so much of the program? And if they are, we're going to get $14,000 a year more without, cutting the wear and tear on our facilities by like 75%. I'm missing that part of the analysis here.
Well, when we're requesting these proposals, we're asking these food service companies to say what kind of percentage return would you give us on the total sales that we have in the program for the entire year. Quest is basically saying we'll give you an 8% return, which is what we receive now.
8% of both?
8% of total sales plus the satellite programs.
Okay.
Whereas organic is saying, we'll give you a 15% return, doesn't include the satellites.
Yeah, well, I don't, again, so if.
But that's projecting that they're gonna do this, I mean, based on the same number of sales we're roughly doing.
Yeah, let's just for sake of ease, there's 3 satellite programs, right?
Correct.
Plus ours, so let's say they're all 25%, whatever the number is. If Quest is giving us 8%, in Organic Life is given 15% of 1/4, how do they generate more, how do they generate 15% more revenue? I just am not understanding how it's being presented.
Organic Life is giving us a percentage almost twice as much as Quest.
Yeah, but they're
So
doing
they're
it on
just
1/4 of the volume, aren't they?
But they're just
Oh,
arbitrarily
no,
saying, hey,
not 1/4 of the volume. I mean, the volume that we have here is significantly more than the volume that.
Oh, okay, so it's the
that feeder
difference in the
masters. I'm
volume
sorry,
between the
I-
feeder
I-
programs.
I
and-
see
the problem that I would see with this is that in order for them to get that percentage, they're probably gonna increase prices to the students.
Well, that's another question I was going to ask. How do we know they're not just going to try to charge the students more, have lower quality food in order to try to generate the additional revenue?
I know price increases have to come through us, they have to be approved by us, but that doesn't mean they don't have those increases included in that bid.
Plus, they have management fees that we don't pay anything, correct?
Correct. We don't pay anything now to Quest, no.
So what's what's their management fee? How, it should be weighed in here, right?
They really don't specify exactly what it is. I know at Niles, it was about $100,000 a year.
I gotta tell you, I'm just very wary of this new company. The numbers don't make a lot of sense. And, you know, when you get references that are mixed like this, and plus the previous lawsuit, the devil you know, especially when it's not really a devil. To me, everyone's been very satisfied with the food quality. In fact, it's been so good that the feeder schools want to use it.
Well, I'm drilling it down a little on
Yeah.
this because we're analyzing RFP and, you know, at a high level, I can't understand it. And if there is a management fee, it should have been, you know, they're going to generate $115,000 in revenue and they're going to charge $100,000 management fee. Quest is a much better deal if
Yeah,
that's
well,
true.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
I don't-
It's too.
I don't know if they're gonna charge that kind of money. You know, Niles is obviously a bigger school district than we are.
Okay.
Have a lot more students. But as I say, in the proposal, they just talked about the management fees, when they would be billed, when they would be paid, but they didn't specify what they would be.
Even if it's
I
25.
think it's just
So
that-
really, in the
that
sense,
open-ended.
their response is insufficient.
Correct.
Why
Right.
didn't we just say, if they aren't explaining their management fee, which if it's more than 14,000 a year, it makes them more expensive than them. If their response is inadequate to calculate, ask them to try to explain it. I mean, do we go back to them and say, you got to tell us what the management fee is?
No.
All right, I
And
think-
the same way that I
think-
didn't ask them for the references that it didn't provide that we requested.
Okay.
I mean, it's in the bid documents that they have to provide these things, and if they don't,
Well, again,
And again,
to me, Mike, you know, based on the normal RFP process, we should reject their proposal. If you can't even calculate what they're going to charge us, how do we even weigh them against somebody where we know what the facts are, right?
Exactly.
That's what my
Yeah.
concern is
Yeah.
on here.
Exactly.
I'd like to make a motion, resolve that the Board of Education Township High School, District 208, Cook County, Illinois, hereby awards the food service contract for the next 4 years, fiscal year 2017 through fiscal year 2020, to Quest as presented in the February 23rd, 2016 Board Agenda Packet. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Gritchen. Thank you, Mr. Cindy. Any comments over here?
Have we gotten any more from Quest?
Any more what?
You know, the percentage?
yes,
They raised it the
we've-
last-
we've negotiated higher percentages, I think, a few years ago when we came in.
Right.
It was
So what is it,
6%.
what have they increased? Or what was the amount?
I think when we came in, it was
6
5
to
or
8.
6%, now it's 8%.
Plus, we picked up the additional revenue of 3 satellites.
Certainly. Okay. Anything further over here? Okay, we'll go for the vote.
Mr. Pritchett?
Yes.
Ms. Ruska?
Yes.
Mr. Jepson?
Yes.
Dr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Cindy?
Yes.
Mr. Walsh?
Yes.
Mr. Welch?
Yes. Okay, I think we're back on the schedule at this point.
Okay.